In 2020, three farm laws were passed by the Narendra Modi government intending to transform the agricultural sector. But what followed was one of the longest and most intense protests in India's recent history. After over a year of demonstrations, the government repealed these laws in November 2021. Kangana Ranaut, known for her strong political views and controversies, has once again sparked a debate by suggesting that the government should bring back those farm laws. Kangana argued that the laws benefited the farmers and should be reinstated. The farm laws, enacted in 2020, aimed to deregulate agricultural markets by allowing farmers to sell their produce outside government-regulated mandis, enter contracts with buyers, and remove stockpiling limits on essential commodities. However, farmers or the brokers at APMC markets, especially the rich section from Punjab, Haryana, and Western Uttar Pradesh, feared losing their leverage and the end of the minimum support price system, even though Prime Minister Modi assured them repeatedly that the MSP would not end. Finally, after the Akali Dal withdrew support from the NDA government over the laws and the BJP felt an urge to fight Punjab elections with Captain Amarinder Singh as an ally, while the UP elections were staring at the face the next year in 2022, the centre repealed the new laws. That electoral compulsion remains, even though poor farmers from the rest of the country, who are the majority of farmers and whom the reforms would have benefited the most, were never heard in the noise. As Haryana's assembly elections draw closer, Kangana's remarks could become a talking point for both the opposition and the ruling party.
कंगना रनौत जी का कहना है कि ये तीनों कानून वापस आने चाहिए, तो फैसला तो हरियाणा करेगा.
Her statement and subsequent retraction highlight the complex nature of political debates surrounding agriculture and the pressure on leaders to toe the party line.
ਮੈਂਬਰ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਗਨਾ ਰਣੌਤ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਬਤੌਰ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਬਲ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਬਣੀ ਆ, ਉਸ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਬਲਕਿ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਪੰਚਾਇਤ ਚੋਂ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੀ ਮਾਨਸਿਕ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ?
Kangana's call to revive the farm laws was met with sharp reactions from the opposition.
एक ये तस्वीर है किसान आंदोलन के दौरान की तस्वीर है. किसान अपने हक की मांग कर रहे थे और उन पर लाठियां बरसवाने का काम इसी हरियाणा की सरकार ने किया था.
Meanwhile, questions have been raised about Kangana's past, with her detractors alleging she has been opportunistic during her career in the film industry, where she grabbed headlines often for the wrong reasons. While she hogged the limelight after actor Sushant Singh Rajput died mysteriously, the so-called gang she blamed for pushing the now-dead actor out of work comprised the very people with whom she did business once upon a time. For example, during the formative years of her career in films, she was reported to be actor Aditya Pancholi's live-in partner when she grabbed contracts for roles in films made by the Bhatt family, like Ras 2 and Gangster. And the Bhatts are considered one of the few influential families in Bollywood. More recently, after the release of Krish 3, she became a subject of news headlines by claiming she was in a relationship with actor Hrithik Roshan, who allegedly dumped her later. But does her stand on the farm laws become wrong because she has allegedly been eccentric? No. The point is that it is not enough to be right in politics. You must be politically correct. And facing the election in Haryana from the position that the laws the Modi government had brought were right is akin to committing harakiri. Because the farmers of Haryana were at the forefront of the agitation against those laws, and farmers constitute a decisive section of the state's electorate who vote en masse, en bloc, for or against a party. Kangana had received payback for her candor. She might have gotten away with her sparring with Punjabi actor Diljit Dosanjh over the farm laws, but at an airport, she was slapped by a CISF constable who said the actress had said that the women at the farmers' agitation were paid activists, and the constable's mother was one of them. The woman constable said Kangana had hurt her sentiments. Then, after celebrated environmentalist Greta Thunberg, singer Rihanna, and former porn star Mia Khalifa threw their weight behind the rebelling farmers in India, and Thunberg accidentally shared a file on social media, sentences from which the celebrities were supposed to tweet, Kangana branded them as members of a toolkit gang. Further, while it is true that a large crowd of agitating farmers raided the Red Fort in Delhi and manhandled policemen on the way, was it Kangana's place to condemn all protesting farmers as Khalistanis? Remember, the flags with which the demonstrators replaced the national flag carry the Sikh emblem, and the entire Sikh community cannot be stereotyped on that basis. Then, a Dalit was publicly lynched by a group of Nihangs during the picketing. That does not mean you profile the entire community as terrorists. Certainly, the BJP wouldn't make such a mistake. The question here isn't whether Kangana is proven factually right or wrong time and again. It is whether she can take on the might of the entire global force that appears hostile to India, and in doing so, whether she would enjoy the BJP's support. On its part, the BJP has never been in the mood to open multiple fronts of war. So, there, Kangana stood as a lone ranger all over again. Now, in the wake of Kangana's latest remarks where she asked for a return of the farm reform laws, the Bharatiya Janata Party quickly distanced itself from her statements, clarifying that these were her personal views and not the party's position on the farm laws.
तमाम सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर कंगना रनौत जी, जो कि भाजपा की सांसद नेत्री हैं, उनका एक बयान 3 कृषि कानूनों को लेकर, जो कि पहले वापस लिए गए थे, चल रहा है। मैं बिल्कुल स्पष्टता से कहना चाहता हूं, ये बयान कंगना रनौत जी का व्यक्तिगत बयान है।
A day after party spokesman Gaurav Bhatia's clarification, Kangana posted a video on X apologizing for her comments and retracting her statement.
मैं अब एक कलाकार नहीं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की कार्यकर्ता हूं और मेरे ओपिनियंस अपने नहीं होने चाहिए, वो पार्टी का स्टैंड होना चाहिए। तो अगर मैंने अपने शब्दों से और अपनी सोच से किसी को डिसअपॉइंट किया है, मुझे खेद रहेगा। I take my words back.
Of course, the farm laws may have been repealed, but the debate over India's agricultural reforms is far from over. As political figures like Kangana Ranaut continue to voice their views, the larger question remains: what is the future of Indian agriculture and who will shape it?